Hey guys, it's me, and today I'm going to be reviewing Assassin's Creed 2. So let's get into the video. And yes, why doesn't this camera zoom? It would be so much more effective if I could zoom. But yes, I am wearing the exact same clothes and makeup because I'm filming this on the same day as my last video. So let's get into the video. Okay, so first things first is I want to talk about the graphics. The graphics from the first game, literally I played this game directly after I played the first one because my dad had both of them. So I started playing the first game and I went to this one. The graphics are 10 times better. They just jump up like a million times and they're so much better. And this game, the first Assassin's Creed game, was released in 2007, but this Assassin's Creed game, this game was released in 2009. So it was only a couple of years and the graphics got so much better. Okay, so now I want to talk about the story. So the story in this game is so much better than the story in the other game. Mostly just for the fact that it actually progresses throughout the game. In the other game, you got a little bit of story here and there, but like it was super slow and most of the game was just like killing people, which is totally fine. I still love that part of the game. This part of the story just, it goes and flows really quickly. And I probably would have flowed a lot faster for me if I wouldn't have done every single side task in the game, except the races. Literally, I did a lot of stuff. And even though it's technically a different story, but kind of the same story, it's still really interesting and I liked the whole premise of it still. Okay, and I give the story an 8 out of 10 just because, like, it's good, but it's not my favorite story in the whole world, but I still enjoy it, you know? Okay, so now I want to talk about the treasure. So finding treasure was actually really fun. Sometimes it was really annoying. But I do like finding the treasure, and I like that there was a map. Because in the last game, you had to find flags, and this time you had to find treasure and feathers. I'll get to the feathers later. But I like that there's an actual map for the treasure because, like, now you can find everything you're looking for. Okay, so now talking about the feathers. The feathers are basically the flags of the last game. You have to find them. I don't know what happens when you find all the flags, or the feathers, because I think there was like 100 feathers and I found like 48 or something. I don't know what happens after you find them, but it is still, like, I tried to find them, but I couldn't get them all. Okay, so I actually did complete the entire rest of the game except for, finding the feathers, because at the end of the game you can look at this book and see what you still need to complete. I just literally need to find the feathers and I wasn't going to go around looking for them, but the rest of the game I did complete. Okay, so now I want to talk about the characters. So the character that you play as most of the time, did the lighting just get really weird? I don't know. But anyways, the character that you play as most of the time is Ezio. I'm really hoping I'm saying that right. But I honestly like Altair more from the last game. It's like he asked more questions and he didn't just go along with whatever someone told him. It's like, oh, do this. He never asked why or anything. He just was like, okay, yeah, I'll go murder that man for you. Like, so, but I still think Ezio's a good character. I just like Altair more. Also, I really hope I pronounced all that right. Okay, so now I want to talk about Leonardo. So, I didn't realize that Leonardo was Leonardo da Vinci until he mentioned something about a flying machine. And the only reason I remembered, like, obviously I know who Leonardo da Vinci is, but the only reason I remembered that he did a flying machine is because I watched Peabody and Sherman. That's the only reason. If I wouldn't have watched that movie, I wouldn't have known that was Leonardo da Vinci. And I was sitting next to my dad, and when he mentioned that, I was like, that's Leonardo da Vinci? And he's like, yes, Tina. Yes, it is. I was like, okay. Okay, so I actually do like his character a lot, though. Like, he's one of the characters where I see him and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to go talk to him. Like, he's just a good character overall, and I think, like, he's well-rounded. Okay, so now I want to talk about Uncle Mario. So, in the game, I'm pretty sure he's just, like, a tutorial character kind of person. Like, he's still there and does a little bit with the story and stuff, but I'm pretty sure he's just kind of there to show you what to do, because he's not in much of the game, but what he is, he's basically telling you what to do. But he just still does do a little bit of stuff during the story, and I still like his character. He's just not my favorite. Okay, so now I want to talk about the mom and the sister. The mom and the sister really don't do much in the game. They basically do the exact same thing throughout the entire game. I am playing the third game right now, which is taking me forever to beat because, like, I'm busy and stuff, but they actually end up doing more stuff in the third game than what they're doing in just this first game. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't really have any opinions on them. They're just kind of there, so. Okay, so I actually really like the aspect of you being able to upgrade your village, like, area. I think that's really cool, and when you upgrade, you're able to buy more stuff from the stores at a cheaper rate, which is really cool, so, yeah. Okay, so the controls. I actually think that the controls are much better than they were in the last game. It's still clunky, but like it's so much better than it was in the first game. Okay, so some of the towers were super difficult to climb. Just in the fact where you had to literally grab this specific ledge, otherwise you fall and die. It was super annoying, some of them, but also I like some of them where you had to actually think about where to go. Because most of them you just climb and you do your viewpoint thing. And then the other ones that were super difficult, you basically just do that part of the game, and like you have to just keep jumping over there a million times. But then some towers you actually have to use your brain and think about how you're like climbing and where to go next, and I think that part of the game is really cool. So I actually really still hate the timers in the game. Shocker. I don't know, I just feel like because it's pressured or whatever, and like I get so close to the end and then you're like redo it and I'm like okay. But some of the timers are actually mandatory in this game, and I literally, there's like this temple that you go in at one point, and it's time to do all this like parkour and stuff, and I'm pretty good at parkour, but when they're timing me, it's so annoying because I get right to the end and it's like, yeah, you have to start over, and I'm like, it bothers me. But some of the timers are mandatory, like you have to do them. Some of them you could skip, and I love the fact that you can skip them, and you can actually leave your memory that you're in if you're in a timer one and you just want to leave. But the ones for the story, you have to do them, so like it's not just like, oh, I have to, like, I'm just gonna go. Okay, so now I want to talk about the glyphs in the game. I actually really like them. They're really cool. They're like mini games inside the game. They tell more of the story as you do that, but you find a glyph, and then you go into it, and it's basically like a puzzle part. The first couple ones I was able to get I'm sorry, I was looking over there, my eyes probably were looking over there, but so the first couple ones I was able to do really easily, like not really easily, I still had to like think about it and stuff, but I was able to do them. For the later ones I had to YouTube them because I was like, what? I really couldn't figure out what I was supposed to be doing. But also some of the glyphs I had to I had to look up where they were because I couldn't even find them. And my hand looks really weird over here because you're not seeing any other part of my arm, but whatever. Okay, so now if kids can play this game or like watch this game, because like I know when I was little I used to watch my dad play video games all the time, but not really little kids. There are, I think, 2 adult scenes. They don't show anything, but they are in there and you kind of know what's going on. But other than that, they don't show any more adult scenes like that. There is a lot of killing in this game. It's basically the premise of the game. You're an assassin, so it's not that bloody. There's barely any blood actually, but you are going to see a lot of violence and murder, so if you're not cool with your kids watching that, then don't let them watch. Okay, so actually in this game you're not required to buy the paintings, but you do see them all the time, and like you can buy them and it helps you progress the game and stuff. But they are mostly of naked ladies. Like they're real paintings of real people and stuff, like paintings that you can see in art, like in art museums and stuff. But most of them are naked ladies. I don't know why guys painted that a long time ago, but there is that. Okay, so honestly, I don't really remember if they swear. I think they may have sworn like twice in the game, but like I don't remember that part. And it's not like something I'm really looking for because I don't really care. I will try to be paying more attention about that as I'm writing reviews and like 2 months ago before I was even making reviews. So I'm not really sure. Like, I can't really remember, but I do think they swear, like, twice, but it's nothing, like, horrible. Okay, so now how old I think they could. So, depending on what you're okay with your kids seeing and stuff, with, like, what they're seeing and everything, I feel like probably, like, a 16-year-old could probably, like, see everything and was fine with it. But, like, for actually understanding the game and stuff, like, if you're just gonna be like, oh, yeah, I can let my kid do that, I feel like, honestly, like a 13-year-old wouldn't be able to comprehend how to do the entire game and stuff and get really frustrated with that. Like, if they're really good at video games, whatever, like, they can totally do that, but, like, they probably, it would be harder for them to beat the game and to be able to comprehend it, what's happening and whatever. But you're the parent, you know what's best for your child, and even if you're the child, you won't know what's best for you, and if your parents will yell at you if they come in while you're playing that game. So make your best decisions off of what I've told you, and you don't have to go off what I told you at all. Do whatever you want. You're your own person. Okay, so now my overall rating of this game is a 10 out of 10. It definitely makes the other game look like a demo kind of game, like where they kind of just released parts of it where they weren't, where everything wasn't up to date or yet, or like anything. It's so much better than the other game in all aspects. In the story, you know, actually, in the other game, I do like some of the sounds a little bit better, but the sounds are still fine in this game. The graphics are better, it controls better, like, the characters, except Ezio, is better. So I just really like this game a lot. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope I wasn't staring off screen too much, because filming with this, I literally have to stand, that was weird. I literally have to stare at my camera right there, because I can't stare at my face, because if I do, it looks like my eyes are off center. So, yeah. Because, like, right now, my eyes are looking in that direction, but I'm literally just looking at my face. But whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm hopefully going to be opening up a Twitch sometime. I don't know when, but I hope I can. And when I do, I will definitely let you guys know. My TikTok and Instagram will be down below. I haven't really posted anything on there yet, but I'm hoping to post more. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.